Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. During the last rally that took some hours ago, that took place in Lagos, Ojota, where the Oduduwa nation agitators came out en masse. But as we speak, there was a report that went very viral that a young teenage trader was shot dead during the rally. Of course, the Nigerian police, Nigerian security have decided to respond swiftly to this very quickly. And in the response of the Nigerian police, the human rights activist and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, have also responded to the report of the Nigerian police, Nigerian security forces, and also, brought in Sanwo Olu into the picture. It's quite a very dicey one. The news is actually. But before we go into the newspaper to find out the roles and the pros, the interceptions, and the fact finding that came up during this whole process, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Where the Lagos State Police Command has reacted to the death of a teenage girl during the Yoruba Nation rally in Ojota. The public relations officer Muyiwa Adejobi calls the rumor a calculated attempt to create confusion and fears in the minds of the people. The spokesman declared that officers did not fire a single live bullet during the demonstration. Adejobi said the corpse was found wrapped and abandoned at a distance far from Ojota venue of the rally, in fact behind Mrs. Filling Station in Ward, Maryland. The location, he explained, is on the other side of the venue and has dried blood stains suggesting that the corpse is not fresh. After a close look at the corpse, a wound suspectedly sustained from a sharp object was seen on it, he said. Adejobi stressed that the claim that a police bullet killed a young citizen is false and mischievous. The command warned against the spread and peddling of fake and unconfirmed stories. And of course, Femi Falana have also decided also to react to what the police presence, as the security personnel, have got to say over the death of the teenage trader, the teenage girl actually. And this is what Femi is saying to Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria. Human rights lawyer Mr. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, on Saturday described the reported killing of a teenage trader by bullets reportedly fired by a security agent dispersing Yoruba Nation demonstrators in the Ojota area of Lagos as a case of premeditated murder. Falana also called on the Lagos state government to conduct a coroner's inquest into the murder of the girl. He also mentioned that while the police violated Section 83, subsection 4 of the Police Establishment Act 2020, which borders on the provision of adequate security by the security agency for citizens on peaceful rallies and protests, the denial by the Lagos State Police Command was employed to shield the killer from prosecution. The senior lawyer said the police violated Section 83, subsection 4 of the Police Establishment Act 2020, which has imposed a legal obligation on the police to provide adequate security for citizens who embark on peaceful rallies and protests, since the police had illegally dispersed a peaceful rally with canisters of tear gas. The shooting of the 14-year-old trader by the police was premeditated murder. The denial of the cold murder of the trader by the police is a diversionary ploy to shield the actual culprit from prosecution. In view of the hasty denial of the police in the dastardly act, we call on the Lagos state government to ensure that a coroner's inquest is conducted into the reckless killing of the teenager. All right, we're going to look at this objectively from both angles and see what we can get out of this very quickly. For better understanding, we need to just find out what an inquest really is. We kept on hearing Femi Falana kept on talking about coroner's inquest, so that we can probably have a fair knowledge of what he is driving at. But a coroner inquest actually means an investigation into facts of how once relative has died, a coroner will look at different information and decide the cause of death. The coroner will tell the next of kin or the personal representative when your relative's inquest will take place. Or better understanding, where the purpose of the inquest, most especially, is to find out who the deceased person was and how, when, and where they died, and to provide the details needed for their death to be registered. Inquests are open to the public and the media, so coroners decide who should take place to give evidence as witnesses at an inquest, which automatically means some sort of medical report to find out, how that person died. So, which give rights to what he's trying to say in a nutshell is we need somebody, an external person, not necessarily a police medical doctor or something, to come, find out all these things, whilst the police is insisting that that body is not fresh. The corpse itself has been long before the rally took place, while others are saying some persons who were there insisted that happened during the protest. So you just, it's here or it's neither here nor there. So for better understanding, Femi Falana is an advocate of Nigeria. Say, look, let there be a coroner inquest, okay, where they're going to get all these full details, independently, but yet open to the media for everyone to hear and know. So it's, while the police are insisting that was not a gunshot from the bullet, it was actually the cops have been there for a while. So it's going to give quite a lot of clarification. And looking at also what Femi Falana said, quoting some of the subsections in the law about the roles of the police and security agencies, it clearly shows that if eventually the inquest takes place and found out that took place in the rally, it's going to be a very big one. And Femi Falana is saying this can only take place, of course, if the state government, that the Lagos state government, where also is now involving Sanwo Olu into the matter, should also is insisting that there should be a coroner inquest where they strike a balance. Where did it happen? It's going to be registered so that Nigerians will know exactly what took place. Now, this at the beginning of the rally, okay, one or two videos came up, and what we saw was canisters. We saw water spray. They were being sprayed out. The traditionalist that came around was water. What I saw was water, but I think along the line, rumors started coming up that someone has gone down. Well, let's see how this plays out, because eventually police have denied it. Falana is saying let's call a coroner inquest to know the true stand of things, and then from there we'll move ahead to get the prosecution if the report shows otherwise. Let's spit in our comment section. What's your take on all this?